Alex, so what is SEO?
SEO is the process of optimizing a website so that it has the very best chance of appearing within the first few results of a search engine. A search engine could be something like Google, Yahoo or Bing, or even specialized search engines that look for images or video.
Okay, and why is that important to a business, even if they're not an online business?
It's very important for a business to be highly visible online because the internet is often the first point of call for a consumer to research the company, research the product or service, and to gauge the level of competition.
Okay, and I've personally heard you described as one of the top SEOs in the UK. How did you achieve that, or how did you perfect the skill?
Well, it's interesting that you asked this question. In 1998, when I began working online, there was no such thing as search engine optimization. It was only until 2002 when I became very interested in taking websites to the top of search engines. So I spoke to a lot of people, exchanged a lot of ideas, and saw what was working for them. Secondly, I started researching search engines, what their short-term goals were and what their long-term goals were, and how they assessed websites to give quality results to users. Then it was just a question of trial and error. I used a lot of my research and my findings to rank my own websites for my own businesses.
Okay, and there's so many SEOers and SEO companies nowadays. What makes you any different?
What makes me different is that I'm a very creative person. I'm also very technical. So what I've done is I've merged the two, and I've taken the best of both worlds to create methods that are usually derived from thinking out of the box or thinking as a team and implementing them in a very systematic way.
Okay, and when coming across SEO, I hear a lot of talk about black hatting and white hatting. What's that all about?
Basically, white hat is sticking to the search engine's terms and conditions very rigorously, and black hatting is the exact opposite. Now, black hatting is often a way to take websites to the top quickly, but there's no longevity there, no long-term strategy thinking behind it, because sooner or later the search engines will penalise websites who use black hat methods in order to rank a site.
Okay, and what methods would you prefer to use, or do you use both, or?
I use strictly white hat methods, and I strictly adhere to the search engine's terms and conditions because I see it as a long-term strategy that will, in the long term, produce a lot more benefit for the company.
Oh, I see. Okay, and I know you've previously turned down requests for your SEO services. Why was that, and what's changed?
Yeah, basically I was very busy over the past 10 years working on my own websites and my own online businesses. It was only until recently that somebody asked me to work on their struggling website. Now, the results that I got for them were quite outstanding considering what they were like before. And they really suggested that I offer this to other people and to other businesses, just purely because it was such a turnaround for that particular website. So now I really want to help others and rank sites that are even startup or struggling. I just really want to show what I can do for other people.
Okay, and I know you're a bit of a Twitter pro. How about social media, and how did you learn to use this for SEO and for business?
Yeah, I got into Twitter because I thought that Twitter was going to be one of the next big search engines, and in fact it's looking that way because it provides results in real time, so you can look for something that's happening right now and it will return results, and it will return results of people's opinions. So it's very important to gauge what people are thinking and what they're thinking right now. Now, social media is very much like that. It's often a very select few of targeted users interested in one topic, and it's something that businesses can tap into really easily, and give them a lot of credibility within that community. So I see social media as very important in that aspect, but also it's becoming very important in order to rank websites, because a lot of search engines such as Google are using the data from the social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter to rank websites and give them credibility in according to what people are saying about them online on platforms such as Twitter and Facebook.
Okay. And what's your top piece of advice as an expert for those wishing to succeed online?
My top piece of advice is always think about your idea and always think about what you're going to do with your business strategy, what you're going to do with your online strategy, and try and merge everything together. Now, from an SEO point of view, I would say when building your website, think about SEO from the very start. It's very important to build that into your system. Now, secondly, it's very important to have SEO and marketing as an ongoing process. It's no use using SEO for a couple of months or for a year and then leaving it. It's something that has to be ongoing. As with everything, stick to your idea if you really believe in it and never give up.